Hello and welcome. It's Screen Rant here at San Diego Comic-Con 2019 with the creator and star of Doom Patrol, which just got a second season. I'm so excited about because this has been my favorite superhero show of the year, and Jane is my favorite character on my favorite superhero show.
Awesome.
So, how long have you known? How far into planning are you? What can we expect?
We have barely known, and we are not far into planning, and we don't know what to expect.
Wonderful. So based on what we do know, I have to ask your take on this because Matt Bomer terrified me when he said how he views Robot Man and Jane as a romance.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I had thought of it as a father and daughter relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So please tell me your take on this, and of course, Word of God. So.
Sure. Somebody told me, I was at a party last night, and somebody said that Matt Bomer said that, and that it devastated them, and they were just not.
I was scarred for life.
They weren't having it. They were like, "What do you think?" And they looked really. I'm like, "No, I've never seen that at all." No, I think that it is. I think more of a friendship, but a father. But the father-daughter relationship, I find it more with the Chief and Jane. I just think they have more of just a friendship, and I think it's platonic. And I really like their friendship, actually.
I love their
because
friendship,
it's
too.
platonic.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love platonic friendships.
Do you love platonic friendships?
I love platonic friendship. I mean, it's like they're pretty amazing.
Really?
I mean, yeah, they're pretty awesome. I could go on about platonic friendships. I agree. I mean, I see it very much as the kinship between two people who have discovered something in one another that are vastly different yet feels very much the same in a way. And so the notion of father-daughter, or even if people have a notion that it's a romantic thing, it's like everything about them is a little bit misplaced because they are both sort of such at odds with who they are. So if whatever Cliff is projecting, which certainly season one was a father-daughter type thing, is I think more an indication of where he was emotionally rather than their particular relationship.
Right.
Season one had a lot of internal struggles for the characters, and we got to see them sort of like come to terms with their past to a degree, but perhaps less so Victor and Jane, that I think they still have a lot more to wrestle with. So what are your thoughts on, I guess, both of their really difficult relationships with their fathers?
I mean, Jane, I think so far has just been surviving, and sort of pushing and dreading that emotion to come to life, or even, that situation that happens in the well, like her actually facing her father. She has been pushing this aside for years. I mean, they're pretty old.
Yeah,
right?
they don't age.
Yeah, they don't age. So it's been happening for a long time. And I think that now we're seeing the effects of her having to deal with that. And so that's really interesting to me, and so great to play, because it's just, I think it's so telling of so many human relationships, and so many relationships with our parents are so difficult. I mean, obviously in this particular case, Jane was abused. So I'm glad we're exploring that.
The other thing I love that when you explore is Jane in her head, right? The things that are happening in her head with all her different personalities. How do you visualize that when you're writing it? And then how hard is it for you to act that out?
Well, I mean, first of all, we have a guide of sorts in what's come before us in the comics themselves. I mean, they're just an incredible trove of just terrific comics and drama and action in themselves. And we are in many circumstances just expanding on that. So I think that's important to sort of acknowledge when we're standing on their shoulders in certain cases. So many of those characters have pre-existed. Some we've invented ourselves. And when we went into her mind, it was important to have not everyone played by Diane, because not every personality in your head looks like you.
Yeah, that was really fascinating.
So there were already these archetype is probably the wrong word. There were these existing characters, the ones that we created, and so as long as they all felt like a distinct thing, and I say things because some are human, some are not. Some, it was not over. It was. I think it was much harder for Diane, who had to switch on a dime within patches of dialogue, as opposed to me when I could just very easily write, hammerhead, baby doll. That's,
You just changed the character name.
And I'm like, good luck.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if you could do it. Sure. What you did was fine. I'm like always like emailing him like, what did you think of this? Yeah, it was great. Yeah, you're doing great. I don't want to mess with that, it's been great for me too. It's been such a learning experience, and certainly I get to stretch myself. And like Jeremy said, like the material is there. I think as an actor, I just have to, in order to switch between characters and make them very much individuals, I have to just be very specific. So the work is there. I just have to kind of put a little bit of me into that.
Well, you have done a fabulous job
Thank you.
acting and writing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Check back with Screen Rant for more things at Comic-Con 2019.